Okay, come on, let's see if I can do this one take. What I expect to see. Optimizations. I know, shocker. Though to be more specific, the optimizations I hope to see are primarily for load times and making sure things actually render correctly. Like rare enemy modifiers that don't show up half the time. I'm quite used to my frames dropping if there are hundreds of enemies on my screen, and honestly I find it quite funny. So I would not be bummed out if they rather focus on load times and render issues. Oh yeah, I suppose I should mention GPU and CPU load improvement, as that is also a major pain point. I don't like having my CPU at around 73 degrees Celsius on average while walking around in my hideout, compared to the 61 I get in Path of Exile 1. Also, it's much worse in maps, so please look at that. Mace buffs. Please. Ugh. Okay, passive tree changes. Beyond just getting notables and potentially new keystones at the top left side of my skill network, as I call it, I undoubtedly believe we will be getting changes on the other sides of the network, primarily at the right side, considering all the energy shield that's been going around. Infusions are definitely in need of help. They're annoying to use and don't feel like they provide as much of an effect as they should. And since a lot of people find them underwhelming, they will likely get some changes. I do expect to see some minor changes happening to Warrior and Mercenary side of the network, although I don't expect anything major as they are in a much better state now, but I won't be against having some of those nodes adjusted or changed. I'm not gonna miss you. While I could say a relative amount of stuff about the underperforming ascendancies, I'm rather just gonna, say what I think about them. Pathfinder is strong, but a bit niche. People are just sleeping on Witch Hunter. Generally, it's a good ascendancy. Chronomancer not only slows down the battle, but a DPS as well. Chalupa's just a drunken cultist. He really needs to be sobered up. Gemling generally just needs more toys to play with. His selection is very small, so he just doesn't seem that desirable right now. And Smith needs to be reevaluated. Expect there to be changes made to these ascendancies, because honestly some of them need them, but we'll see how much. Okay, for new ascendancies, I do hope that Sorceress and Ranger are next in line, considering they haven't gotten one since launch. We'll most likely see Warden, but just for Sorceress, can't we please get something more desirable? Like Stormweaver and Chronomancer just don't really feel that interesting. Maybe you can just go back and adjust Chronomancer and Stormweaver. But yeah, I still hope that the new Ascendancy is not terrible at launch, or not. I hope that it's desirable at launch, at least. Okay, for skill rebalancing, I don't know how much they're gonna nerf LR and LA, considering they barely touched LS. Oh yeah, Spark exists as well. Lightning is really prevalent everywhere, huh? Could be a combination of high damage variants, great crowd clear, many sources of plus to skill levels, and lucky damage, or, I could just be completely wrong. I wanna know. Since I don't really play the meta or have the mini games in the hours, yes, that makes sense. Mini hours in the game. I suppose what I'm expecting to see is a large rebalance of how reliant skills are on plus to skill level modifiers and weapon stats. I hope something is done about that, as stacking plus to skill levels is not interesting to me. New skills for existing classes would likely be a given, but I do hope we get them. There are a lot of uniques that are fundamentally flawed and generally just bad. So I would hope that they would buff a lot of these terrible uniques, you know, and then add more, because we are in desperate need of more different uniques. Our current selection is very small, and just, yeah. The Atlas tree specifically is horrendous. It is bare bones, terrible, and I hope they, like, put in an actual functioning Atlas. I don't know if they're gonna go with the PoE1 Atlas, or the Atlas tree. I hope they stick with the Infinite Atlas, because I think that the Infinite Atlas is much more engaging than PoE1's Atlas. So, yeah, I hope they expand on that. You know, I thought we would be getting Legion, even though a voice in my head, in the back of my mind, told me there would be something different, but hey, guess Vol side areas and Vol skills are making their way to Path of Exile 2. Okay, now back to the regular script. What I don't expect to see. Hoping for an extra class alongside Druid is Copium of the highest dosage. Like, we might see Duelist in 0.5, but who knows, it might be in 0.6 instead. Making a class is very difficult. It takes a long time. Okay, I'm probably in the minority that does not hate the Delirium Fog. Although I do understand the complaints around it. Instead, I think they could rather allow the original color palette to blend through the fog. Like, allow streaks of color to seep through it. Through the grayness of everything. Like, what I also thought about is, like, if you were to kill the most powerful enemy in the map, it would cause the fog to dissipate. Like, that way you drive the influence from the map and the fog then disappears. I think that's a cool idea. Okay. Things I hope for. To end off this video, here are a few things I hope would happen. Please let there be good concoction changes. Please decouple concoctions from Pathfinder. And please let Kosus crush me in the